Welcome, folks. I'm Jaby Koay, joined by Amy Arburn.
Hi.
And I like to use sanitizer. So we're going to look at Papillon.
Or Papillon. The double L.
Starring Charlie Hunnam. Do you like Charlie Hunnam?
Is there any answer but yes to that?
Are there other answers allowed besides yes? I don't think so.
I don't think
I'm gonna
so
have to
either.
go with yes. This multiple choice has only one possibility.
To yes or the above?
Yes or the above. All of the above.
All of the above.
I love you.
Say that again.
You're under arrest for the murder of Roland LeGrand.
Got the wrong guy, pal. I was with her all night.
Come on, let's go.
This is a frame-up.
Hey, Papillon, right? Got any money? Get some. Never escape without it.
Louis Degas.
Oh.
Guy's a millionaire. Won't last long.
You got a lot of eyes on you, my friend. A little bit of that money you carry could keep you safe.
Keep me alive. I'll underwrite any escape you can arrange. Something tells me you can be quite savage.
You are the property of the penal administration of French Guiana.
There's no way up. There's always a way.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And how many of you are thinking about escape?
This is your best chance.
Feel free to try whenever you like.
I'm going to go with you.
There are two guardians who are always on duty. Bush, where the best thing that can happen to you is starvation. Or you could choose the sea,
What's it good for?
That's my friend.
where the sharks are always hungry. If you manage to survive your first attempt, you'll get 2 years in solitary. Second attempt, you'll get a life sentence at Devil's Island.
Strange things happen there. Especially to those who cling to hope. If I ever get out, I'm gonna live a different kind of life.
Wow.
Whoa.
They didn't bother to mention Rami Malek on the thing down here.
No.
He's blowing up. That dude is shooting straight to the top.
Well, he's
Like,
fantastic.
yeah, it was kind of out of nowhere because I remember watching him in the ad for the TV show with Christian Slater, which escapes me right now for some odd reason.
No, I can't help you. It wasn't Mr. Robot, was it?
Yes, that one. Yeah, okay. I can't help you, Mr. Robot. That was awesome.
Thanks.
What else was Charlie Hunnam in? I don't know, King Arthur.
don't know.
I haven't actually watched anything with Charlie Hunnam that I can recall. I've seen him in a lot of trailers.
Oh my God! You haven't done the Sons thing?
Which
Sons of
one?
Anarchy?
No, I haven't.
Oh, that's like his big moment.
Okay.
Jax Teller.
Okay.
Great stuff.
But I'm more familiar with Rami Malek. He's perfectly cast in everything he does, it seems like. I would not have expected him to play Freddie Mercury, but every time I see him otherwise, it's like, oh, like he perfectly fits this kind of
Be perfect for
oddball
that.
role.
Yeah.
The expressions he naturally makes fits the situation he's in.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
He's
okay.
got such an intensity too.
Yeah, this is an interesting story, and it's
Very.
it's one that you can easily root for because it's a guy who's innocent, and you want to see him, I guess, reach his goal because he didn't do anything wrong, and yet he's in prison. And like we see this story all the time in the news over here. It's really scary. It's really scary. Like I saw a news article some years back. This African American guy who got out of jail after 40 years from murder when he didn't commit the crime. Like they released him after 40 years, and they're like, "Oh, here's $1 million
Sorry.
for your troubles."
Sorry, we kept you in prison.
We know you're in your 60s now, but here's $1
Good
million.
luck. Here's $1 million to
Yeah.
spend. It has very also Count of Monte Cristo vibes for me because of the prison and the escape, and it's like Rocky. And have you seen it, Count of Monte Cristo with Richard Harris? Half of that is all plotting escape from a prison that is on an island, also in France.
it feels like a smaller indie film, even though it's got these big set pieces and crazy good production value. The story is very compelling. Like, and you know, thankfully he's buff. Thankfully he can fight, so he can, you know, power his way through this. And it's based on a true story. That's when it really got my attention. I'm like, so this actually happened. That's crazy. What's even crazier is where the main character seems to end up, because they said that you get relegated to an island if you continue these offenses. It was already scary enough saying, what do you call it, solitary confinement for 2 years. That's already very
terrifying,
anxiety inducing just to hear that. To just be by yourself in a black box for 2 years. That's, you know,
terrifying.
And then to be relegated to an island after that, and he's like, and the guy goes like, funny things happen there. Obviously he means that you lose your mind. And it's really freaky because it's almost like an oasis everywhere, right? Where you think you're seeing the oasis in the desert, but it's not real. And so it's hard to discern what's real and what's not. You're gonna obviously accompany this character on that journey of losing his mind. That's actually really compelling to me.
Very.
I'm like, oh my God, I gotta see this.
The whole escape thing in general is intriguing because you're like, does he?
Yeah.
Or doesn't he?
Yeah.
I'm in.
One thing that I definitely want to do before watching this movie is watch the original. And then so I can watch them back to back and compare them, so I can do a comparison review, because those are very interesting to me.
Ooh.
You know?
I like that idea.
It looks like it's very modern in the way that it's shot.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like something from the 1970s.
No.
And so I would imagine that it's gonna have a very different feel to it, and it's gonna have a very different acting style to it. I feel like my dad showed me shots of that movie when I was a kid. I remember it was one of the first instances where I saw boobs in a movie.
Oh, what an exciting moment for you.
Anyways, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Please be sure to check out Amy Arburn on the social media. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out. I keep interrupting you whenever you say thank you, and I feel horrible about myself. I need to go to confession.
I just want to thank the people,
Yeah,
okay?
exactly.
Just kidding, you're fine.
It's okay. You're fine, Jaby. So check out Amy Arburn on the social media.
Thank you.
I left the room for that.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna be a jerk all day. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out our other reactions, reviews, and short films. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Amy Arburn.
Peace out.